Good morning, everybody. I'm Nikki Stanzione.
And I'm Kristen Van Dyke.
And this is New Mexico style microphone adjustments.
Yeah. Technical issues. Are you good?
I'm good. Thank you. You never know these things. You know, when you guys watch our show, you don't realize the little things. When people come on the show, they always say things to us like, gosh, I didn't realize what it was like watching it live. You know, it's the little things like we have earpieces, we have microphones, and, you know, I always wonder about those Dancing with the Stars because
how do they do it?
Right? I mean, when I wear a little dress, even a dress like this, it is difficult to mic up. And you got to wonder with those little itty-bitty outfits.
Tiny little outfits.
Where are the mics going?
I have no idea.
And you don't see them when they dance, right? But you hear them perfectly when they talk. You know they're there. You got to wonder.
Yeah.
Something to think about.
Secret behind the scenes.
Something to think about for the day. Meanwhile, okay, something else to think about is I cannot believe it's almost here, can you? The Albuquerque International Balloon Fiesta, only 2 months away. A little less, actually, than 2 months. But we're getting a sneak peek at a few new of the special shaped balloons. We love to look for those. This is actually, you're looking at Reach for the Stars Foundation Hot Air Balloon. Now, this balloon has a custom basket that allows wheelchair users the experience of a hot air balloon ride. Isn't that nice? And meet Aaron, the king of rock and roll.
And that was Ice Cream Cone very quickly there. And this is finally Squirt, a hot fire hydrant coming all the way from Brazil. See the flames in his eyes?
Yeah. We could use one of those around New Mexico when we deal with all the fires. My goodness.
No, we even have a few more going right now. So. Just because we've dried out a little bit, but we'll talk more about the weather coming up. But yeah, Balloon Fiesta, I'm so excited.
Oh my gosh, it begins October 6th, and you know we're in the middle of August already. I don't know how we got to the middle of August, but yeah, I mean it's just around the corner. I feel like we just finished.
I know it's gone by. This year's flown by.
It has flown by. Yeah, speaking of flying hot air balloons. But here's something else besides the hot air balloons. The fried food at the New Mexico State Fair has made the top 10 list of best fair fried foods by smartertravel.com.
The site ranks the deep fried Twinkies, deep fried cheesecake, donut burgers, Navajo tacos, and green chili corn dogs among the big winners on its website.
Wow. And this year's State Fair actually starts September 12th, talk about around the corner, and it runs through the 23rd. So it's really, really coming up upon us. And so, you know, diet now. Save your appetites, because when you get to that state fair, you want to take advantage. I mean, if the whole country's talking about it.
That's right.
Do you have a favorite food?
And winter's coming after that, you know.
Oh, I know.
You know, you could just put on the clothes and cover up from the extra pounds.
But when you go to the state fair, is there anything in particular that you like to eat?
I love elephant ears funnel cakes.
I know you do.
Those are my faverives.
Those are good.
You?
I like funnel cake too, but you know, I haven't tried a lot of the things that we just listed. So
I haven't tried any of that yet.
I'm going for the fried bread. Why not?
Fried bread?
Yeah. I'm going to be good for the next couple weeks because I do want to at least take a little bit of advantage of it. And, you know, you want to bring your kids out and just make it a fun time. You can't go on a diet when you go to a fair. You just can't.
The only thing more tempting than carbs is fried carbs, right?
Yeah, exactly.
You can get a lot of it.
Fried carbs, that's the way to go. Let's see how Elizabeth Alvarez would do if she got stuck in a position of having to eat a bunch of fried carbs.
Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? Okay, there's the green chili corn dog. There's the Navajo taco. By the way, I haven't tried any of these things, so I'm already like
I want to try Navajo taco.
The fried Twinkie, I don't know that I do, but I'm tempted to taste the donut burger.
What do you think that is? Just like a burger with the hole or on?
Well, Kristen and I were talking about it. Kristen, you said it's basically like a donut.
The buns are donuts.
The bread is the donut.
Oh, instead of a regular bun. Okay, I'm game.
Can you imagine a hot Krispy Kreme?
Why don't we just split it and then we won't all feel so guilty? Let's just do that.
Plus all the Zumba that we do, you know.
Exactly.
We'll just work it out.
Like I said, and then it gets cooler after that, so you have the winter clothes to cover up.
Yeah.
And added pounds.
There you go.
Sweaters
I like it. I like it. All right, love talking about food, but we do have to get down to business. Let's talk about the news making headlines this morning. Albuquerque City Councilors will hold another meeting to discuss how to fund the massive Paseo I-25 interchange project. Now, no decision was made at last night's special meeting where councilors discussed the project and the challenge of putting the issue before voters on the November general election ballot. Now, another attempt to bypass the election by approving the $55 million appropriation failed last night. So the city says it will hold another meeting on September 5th. The council basically needs to get a majority of 7 votes to authorize the bonds themselves so that it doesn't have to go before the public. Traffic jams have become the norm on the Montano Bridge, so it seems. We're talking about where the art project is, you know, the one that you, the taxpayer, paid more than 100 grand to put up. Well, after a year, it's already coming apart, and now it could cost more to fix. Thousands of drivers, bikers, and hikers pass through the now shedding Montaño Bridge every day. City's biggest mural got a facelift last summer after 14 years, but now flakes are flying off the cement and littering nearby walkways. The public art program manager tells us that the local painter who was involved in this project is still working with the city to come up with some sort of a solution. And she tells us that it should not cost taxpayers anything to fix this situation, since she says the city has a warranty with the local contractor. We'll keep you posted on what happens. The first day of school wasn't the same for the friends of two cheerleaders who were almost killed in a car wreck in the summer. 16-year-olds Jessica Sanchez and Lily Pickard, seen here in this picture, are still recovering from a nasty wreck that happened 4 weeks ago on Paseo del Norte near Tramway. The cause of the wreck is still under investigation, but deputies say Sanchez and Pickard were not wearing their seatbelts and were thrown from the SUV. The teens suffered severe brain trauma and were in comas for weeks. Family members tell us the two of them are now out of their comas and are showing signs of progress. The next phase of their recovery will include rehab here in Albuquerque and up in Denver. Well, it is an unofficial rule referred to as the baseball rule. If you get hit by a foul ball or a home run shot, most courts of law says it's at your own risk. But this morning, the Albuquerque Isotopes have settled a lawsuit with the family of a boy who was hit by a ball. Now, back in July of 2003, investigators say a 4-year-old boy and his family were sitting in the picnic area of the park when the boy was hit in the head during batting practice by a ball. The family sued, and last week the Isotopes settled. Now, the Isotopes general manager tells us that as of right now, there are no plans to implement any changes at the ballpark. He says there are already about 300 signs throughout the parks that warn fans about the potential risk. All right, and lastly, before you eat or select those sliced apples at McDonald's or Burger King, listen up. They are being recalled. The sliced or diced apples may have been contaminated with listeria before being shipped out all over the country. Nearly 300,000 cases and 300,000 individually packaged apples that were sent to about 36 states, including Washington, D.C., are affected. Now, listeria can cause potentially serious or life-threatening illnesses. I'm sure Mickey D's and BK will probably pull them from their kitchens and or stores and whatnot. But that's kind of a bummer, because I know my son loves those apples. I always tend to choose the apples instead of the French fries. You know, it's the healthy thing to do. So we'll keep you posted on what happens. That does it for me. Ladies, I'm going to send it back to you.
We're sorry. We're talking about buying expired food and sliced apples. And, you know, that story really upsets me, because you think about, you know, how many times are you going to buy food for your kids and then you find out after the fact that there was something wrong? It's scary.
Yeah, so far no cases of anyone becoming gravely ill or anything like that. But, you know, obviously it's a precaution.
Good warning.
Yeah, it's something you definitely need to watch out for.
Good warning. Thank you, Elizabeth.
Thanks, Elizabeth.
Yeah, and just for now, at least, just stay away from the sliced apples at the fast food place. Go to the fries, you know? I mean, here's your excuse. Here's your excuse.
There you go. You can eat a little bit fattening today for the next few days, maybe.
Just because.
All right. For more than 150 years, Merriam-Webster has been America's leading provider of language information. Now, they revealed the new words being added to the dictionary.
And here they are. Okay, a few. F-bomb. Now, that's F-bomb.
Right.
Okay. Sexting, which you know is kind of like inappropriate texting. Man cave, which we've had a man cave show here on New Mexico Style. Energy drink, actually going into the dictionary, and life coach, which has become a very popular profession. They are among the 100 new words that are all included in this annual update. Interesting, huh?
I needed more 2-letter like Q words and Z words for my words with friends.
Words with friends.
Yes.
See, now you have a few new ones that will work.
Yeah, but
what did you need? 2?
I need like the 2-letter like Z words and Q words and V words.
There's not a lot of those. Yeah, there's not a lot of those.
You get all the points with on words with friends.
But there's no way you can have a Q word for 2 letters, because you need a U after every Q.
QI.
Okay, I'll think about that. How about IQ? IQ.
It's not, nope, not a word.
It's not?
It's not a word.
Oh my gosh.
That's what I'm saying.
See?
We need a few more words.
You learn something new every day on New Mexico Style. Okay, well, here's some big fashion news that's breaking. Now, this big fashion news actually broke Monday that there will be lingerie and fragrance lines based on my favorite best-selling trilogy, 50 Shades of Grey, in stores soon. How do you like them apples?
I like them. In fact, you know what's funny?
What?
I had a guy friend who said, my girlfriend really wants 50 Shades of Grey. Will you can buy it for me to give to her?
The actual book?
The book.
Oh, buy it then. Do it.
Yeah, because he was too embarrassed, I guess, to go buy it.
It's okay. It's
What do you
maybe
think?
because every guy knows what it's about, and they probably feel a little
Guys, I think
intimidated.
they're starting to read it now, right?
Yeah,
Guys
they
are
should.
jumping
Why
on
not?
board.
Why not? But what I think is interesting is that it's actually supposedly saving some marriages and probably, you know, heating things up. So,
Sure.
Hey, why not? Whatever works. But I think it's really interesting that now there's going to be a lingerie and underwear line. I guess, you know, they're capitalizing on the sexy aspect of it all and giving you some clothes to wear on top of everything
I
else.
wonder what it looks like. I mean,
Maybe there'll be 50 Shades of Grey, a color line.
That's what I was thinking. It would be cool.
That would make sense. Although, yeah, that could work. Charcoal, heather gray. I can name two. How many grays can you name? Okay, here's another story now. If you missed them the first time around, a few blockbuster hits are hitting the shelves. Maybe you can spice up your life with some good movies.
Yeah, Fox's Ashley Dvorkin has more on what's new in entertainment.
We're not only going to have to close the beach, we're going to have to hire somebody to kill the shark.
This summer, if you don't go in the water, you can still find plenty of thrills at home with the digitally remastered and fully restored Jaws on Blu-ray.
You're going to need a bigger boat.
The Steven Spielberg classic comes with over 4 hours of extras, including an all-new documentary featuring never-before-seen footage, plus cast and crew interviews.
Hope. It is the only thing stronger than fear.
Box office blockbuster The Hunger Games arrives on Blu-ray at midnight on August 18th. The first in this action-packed franchise based on the best-selling novels also comes with hours of bonus materials and an 8-part documentary on the making of the film.
I had the lights rigged to flicker because it's Halloween. It's been happening for a week.
Catch up on Hit TV with the complete third season of Community. 22 episodes on 3 discs, plus extras like deleted scenes and a gag reel. You can pick up an intense season 6 with Miami PD blood spatter analyst by day, serial killer by night, Dexter.
You're asking me to perjure myself.
This is a tiny white lie. No offense.
And reminisce with the cast of House as they include their pre-finale retrospective in the season 8 take-home.
Wilson is dying. Chase is gone. How close to normal do you think we can come?
Additional features include The Doctor Directs, a behind-the-scenes look guided by Golden Globe winner Hugh Laurie, and more with the cast and crew reflecting on the end of this long-running series.
So I'm going to sit over there at the first place table.
Then sing along at home with the kids of Glee as they head to nationals and prepare to graduate from McKinley High with Glee Season 3. In New York, Ashley Dvorkin, Fox News.
I can't wait till that comes back. I'm excited for the new season. Lots of really good shows. X Factor starting up soon.
Oh, yeah. I can't wait to see Brittany.
I can't wait. I'm really excited. She's going to be a tough judge, I heard. You know, last night they announced who the Dancing with the stars are being paired with as far as professional dancers.
Any interesting ones?
Well, yeah. What's interesting is that Cheryl Burke had won 3 mirror balls. She won with Emmett Smith. She won with Drew Lachey, and she, who was the third one she won with? Oh God, now I'm blanking. Somebody tells me. Somebody help me. Meanwhile, Emmett and Drew are both coming back, but she went to the finals with Gilles Marini. Now, Gilles the Hawkeye we had talked about from Sex and the City. He did really well, but he didn't actually win the mirror ball. But this time around, he's being paired with Peta, who won last season. So she's that beautiful blonde. Gilles, I'm just saying it now, I'm calling it. Gilles and Peta are going to the top. So remember I said that.
Gilles
Mark
and
my
Peta,
words.
I remember it.
Yes. And Drew is not with Cheryl this time. Emmett Smith is going to be with Cheryl. So it should be a good...
I want to see that one. That would be a good one.
Yeah, there's going to be some good pairings, so we'll have to check that out. But of course, in the meantime, So You Think You Can Dance is returning this week with new episodes. So I'm still in the So You Think You Can Dance mode right now.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a great show, you guys. I always say it, but it's so nice to be able to watch TV and not just watch the junk reality and just watch people acting silly and stupid, but really watch talented people have a platform to show off what they can do and have somewhere to go and to catapult their careers into new levels because of reality. That I like.
Yeah.
That makes reality shows good, right?
It helps when there's competition involved.
Yeah, when there's competition and you get to be, you know, show off your talented selves. Meanwhile, show off your talented meteorology skills and tell us what the weather's going to be like, because I'm ready for a cool down.
Not anytime soon, but it will get a little better by the end of the week.